Let's understand what is Fabric and what's the main purpose, what we do, and what are the different job roles involved in Fabric and the certification numbers. Let's see. Let's get started slowly from scratch, because from the next class we need to step into our practice slowly. Let's have the required background activities first, the groundwork first. This is Sai Faninder from SQL School. I assure you practice oriented classes from scratch, right from the basics, right from the scratch of these Fabric classes. And today we are going to learn what is Fabric and why we need to go for it. The agenda here: Microsoft Fabric, why it is, the workflow environment, how to implement Microsoft Fabric, what are the various components, the prerequisites, and the course takeaways. Let's get started slowly. This particular course we are going to start from the next session involves DP 600 and DP 700 guidance for both certifications. So need your support. Things are very interesting, bit vast. Let's get started. And in our process, we need to learn various technical terms like what is data warehouse, what is ETL, first what is ETL, what is data warehouse, and the same thing, yes, we are going to implement in our Fabric engineering. Okay, let's get started slowly, step by step now. Here it is. To step into our actual engineering activities, just wait for a few moments, please. Please wait for a few moments. I could see a minor trouble from my slide here. Let's wait. Yes, almost ready. Let's continue. Yes, our requirement. We need to work with the concept of ETL and data warehouse activities. Okay, so what does it mean? Let's see. To make it more easier and straightforward, on my screen now, our Fabric course is into data warehouse and a part of Power BI, a part of OLAP. This is Fabric. We are going to learn the concept of number one, data warehouse. We are going to learn the concept of something called as ETL, SQL. There are two types of SQLs we are going to learn. One is called KQL, Custom Query Language, and another one TSQL, Transact SQL. Okay, two things. And we also need to have the concept of Power Query activities. Now the question here, why we need Power Query? To read data from other data sources. So in our Fabric classes, I said it's all about ETL and data warehouse, right? Let's see. Here we go. I'll provide the complete path. Please make sure we go through it carefully for our activities. In our classes, we'll be taking Azure components. Okay, this is Azure. Fabric cloud is different. Azure cloud is different. In our classes, we'll take Azure cloud. In Azure cloud, we have few items, like for example, something called blob storage. What is it? Blob, binary large object. We'll see how to configure. Okay, next. Then in Azure, we have something called Synapse. We'll configure that as well. I'll just put this way. Okay, something like this. I'm giving you the path, our travel path. Here it is. This would be our Azure SQL Server. Okay, Azure, or simply say SQL Server in Azure. Okay, like this. So we are going to learn the SQL Server concepts in Azure. And here comes the concepts of AI. Practically, we need to learn concepts of AI with database and warehouse. Okay, here it is. OLTP, data warehouse. Okay, we'll take two things. One database and a warehouse. We'll take both from Azure. Then from your computer, we'll take regular file system. Okay, we'll take regular file system from your computer for practice purpose. Okay, here it is. I'll just make it clear, simple and straight in this way. So in your computer, you'll be having one local SQL server, and we cannot implement AI directly in our local SQL database. So I'll say your PC. It's optional, but good to have it. I said optional because you might not be having Windows OS with you. If you have it, that's really good. Okay, SQL Server and just OLTP database. For practicing, we have multiple databases in this way because we are going to pull data. Okay, and all these will be the actual source. This is our lab plan. We are going to learn. This is the source data. Okay, source for our fabric classes will be Azure. I assume we are all very new to Azure. We are going to learn about Azure AI concepts here. And with Azure AI concepts, we'll understand about blob and server activities. And same way we have, okay, like this. PC. Next. We also need to have, I'll just put this way to manage my space. Yes, perfect. We also need to have something called web data sources in our classes. What is it? Web. We'll take web data sources in our classes. From websites, we are going to pull data. Remember, it's all about ETL, okay? We pull data. In Azure, we have something called as IoT. This web and that IoT, we are going to integrate together. Okay, something like this. I'll call it as IoT, Internet of Things, to read real-time data. So source, we have total 3 different platforms. From there we have Fabric environment. Okay, here it is. It's a complete Fabric environment. In Fabric environment, there is one separate box, Power BI. Remember, very important here. Power BI, usually in earlier days, Power BI used to be a dedicated cloud. Now Power BI cloud is a part of Fabric. And inside Power BI, in our class, remember, Power BI itself is a separate course for us. But from Fabric perspective, yes, we need to have certain activities towards connections. I'll just put this way. There's something called as, I'll just take this one, something called semantic models. We need to build something called semantic models in Fabric. Here it is. Okay, we'll do this one. Something called semantic models. These semantic models will be used for the purpose of easy end user data access. Okay, next. Now, how you get them? Let's see. We need to learn something called in our Fabric. This is our Fabric environment. Okay, this is a Fabric environment. I'll include all this content to you. And there is some preparatory method we need for Fabric. I'll call it as Microsoft Fabric Cloud. Okay, and one more thing. For all kinds of monitoring automations, we need one common friend. We need a common friend called data activator. Okay, remember, this is for all kinds of monitoring activities. What is it? Data activator. Remember this, please. Next. In Fabric Cloud, we have number one, ETL components. There are 2 important ETL components here. I just get them structured like this. Number one, notebooks. Okay, these are the notebooks. We are going to learn PySpark notebooks in our classes. Okay, this is for ETL activities. It involves beautiful scripting with AI. And we also have something called pipelines. What is it? We call it as pipelines. I'll just put this one. We extract data from various sources and transfer it. I'll just put it as pipelines, ADF pipelines. Same way, FDF pipelines, Fabric Data Factory pipelines. And these pipelines also depends on some additional components called Power Query. So these are the items we need to learn from tomorrow's class. I'll just put this way: a one-end component into Fabric Data Factory called Power Query. So one-way traffic. It reads and inserts the data. Okay, like this. I'll just put it like in this way. Okay, next. Then we have other one. Storage. These are all ETL concepts. Okay, we have something called Fabric Data Factory and PySpark notebooks. This is ETL layer. This is a ETL layer. Okay, this is ETL layer. Then we have other one, storage layer. So I'll just put this one. This is our analytics layer. Okay, like this, left. I'll just put this one, like this. This is analytics layer. And this is big data storage layer. Coming to the big data storage. What is this? Let's see. We have the first and foremost item. In Fabric data storage activities, we have something called number one, Synapse warehouse. What is that? Synapse warehouse. This one. Also called simply Fabric warehouse. Both are same actually. Fabric warehouse, also called Synapse warehouse. Okay, this is the first and foremost storage environment. Next. Then we have other one. From here we have something called as data lake, or simply say OnLake. I'll put this way. I'll take another one, a cloud compute storage environment. We'll call it as, for example, lake. We call it this one. Okay, lake house. Fabric warehouse stores table data. Lake house stores file data. What is it? File data, remember. Next. Then we have other one. Combined together, there is something called OnLake. What is it? OnLake. So these are the items we need to learn. Remember, all these come under storage environment. Next. Here we have additional components to learn. Number one, something called as stream analytics. stream analytics, and for all kinds of automations we have something called as real-time intelligence components, real-time intelligence components. Next, then we have other one, few additional AI ML activities in case if you are planning for data science. The next activity, AI ML. As on date, they are not fully functional, but can be considered for future use. Okay, next, apart from this, I said lake house, right? Lake house requires something called KQL. I'll write like this. Let's make it clear and easier for our learning process today itself. Here we go. To interact with this lake house, we need one language called KQL. Okay, Custom Query Language. KQL. KUSTO, Custom Query Language. To interact with warehouse, we need something called TSQL, Transact SQL. Okay, here it is. Next. So two different languages we need to do. Then we have next one. Next important activity. We need to have something called as Spark. So all these concepts are actually through Spark. This one. This is through Spark. Okay. Now this is a complete prototype. And here I'll just get the content like this. We have something called access connectors. Okay, like this. We have 3 access connectors for 3 types of data loads, data ingestions in this way. I'll just get it complete in this way. Here it is. Okay, here we go, like this. One more. We have one important element that controls all these activities. One important element that controls all these fabric concepts called FCE. We call it Fabric Compute Engines. The final term in our list today. What is it? Fabric Compute Engines. FCEs we call it. Fabric Compute Engine. Okay. So this is a complete blueprint of our journey from the next class. So we have the sources, various data sources, and all these are the actual concepts of Fabric Cloud. This is for ETL, data warehouse, and analytics. ETL and storage DP 700, only analytics DP 600. Okay, just to make it clear. Next. From here now, anyone, any questions, please let me know. I'll wait. This is a complete blueprint. Okay, this is what we need to learn slowly, step by step. Any questions, please let me know. I'll wait for some time. Yes, Uday, tell me please.
No, sir. Actually, that means actually it covers both 600 and 700
Yeah,
codes.
like we'll touch 600 actually, not completely because it's a fabric, separate 4 weeks journey.
Okay, sir.
Our course is more into 700 ETL and warehouse, 600 a touch for Power BI.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir. Got
Yeah.
it.
Next question, please. I'll wait.
Sir, is we are learning PySpark in this fabrics?
Yes, madam. When we say Spark and Notebook, nothing but PySpark only. Yes. I'll write like this. Yes,
Okay,
we have
sir.
PySpark. Yes. Next question, please. I'll wait.
Uh, After this class, can we clear DP 700 exam?
Yes, madam. Definitely, yes, you can. Yeah.
Okay.
Fine. Next, let's continue. From here, let's go into the topics that we are going to learn in our classes. Yes, in our classes, we are going to learn from scratch. These are all the items. We need to step into fabric terminology, SaaS implementations, engineering, IT, and Synapse data science concepts, data discovery, lakehouse, OnLake data hub, and OnLake data hub, data factory, data lake storage, Power BI integrations, and these are all PySpark notebooks. Something called action platform, data activator, copilot. So total there are 19 items we need to step into. And for that, revise and learn or revise MS SQL. And number two, we shall create few Azure resources needed for Fabric. Azure, Microsoft Cloud, Fabric, Microsoft Cloud, and there is a relation between them. Number three, we shall implement Microsoft Fabric step by step. And implement end-to-end projects with migrations. Sometimes we may need to migrate Azure warehouse to Fabric and vice versa. So we are going to learn those activities step by step. So it's all about ETL data warehouse blended together. Okay, we'll do carefully. We stop for now. I request you to just go through the course curriculum. I'll send you the course curriculum. I request you to go through it carefully. Next question, what about practice? We are going to learn from the scratch how to work with right from the Fabric accounts creations, something called workspace, and step into data factory module. Okay, we'll do complete notes as usual. We'll be having for every item. For practice purpose, you need to have a corporate email address. Means instead of Gmail or Outlook or Yahoo account, you need to have some corporate email, non-personal email address. Try to get it. If not, let me know. Please try. If
I
not,
don't
let
have,
me know. Sorry, friends. Sorry.
I
Please try.
don't have.
Please try. Please
Okay,
try.
sir.
And for that, I can give a small trick. Go to office365.com or outlook.com, either Office 365 or Outlook. And there you see option to create your own user. It usually works. I said non-Gmail, non-Yahoo, Outlook. If you create a new user account, usually it works. Regular Outlook account linked to your laptop or PC may not work, but the new Outlook account, if you create, like adding a new user in your Outlook account, it usually works. Try. If not, let me know. I'll create a user account for you. That user account will be active for 50 days. Though Microsoft says 59 days, better to delete after 50 days, safe. Free accounts, sometimes they may have some issues with respect to the billing and pricing. Okay, we'll stop for now. Give it a try. And we are going to start our actual technical classes for Fabric from 13th, Thursday. From Thursday, we are going to start, not from tomorrow, it's from Thursday. So tomorrow, Tuesday, then Wednesday, then from Thursday, we are going to have the lovely start of all the examples step by step. In the meantime, what you do, kindly revise your SQL concepts. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about database, reading data, revise SQL activities. I'll provide you one case study to you today, just like a revision. I'll provide you one sample database with some 10,000 rows of data and a set of questions on that sample database. Please try to work on them, submit, so that we are technically ready for the classes from 13th. We'll stop for now. Any questions, please? I'll stay back. Please let me know.
No, sir.
Sir,
Fine, sir.
if we
Others, please.
don't delete the Outlook mail after 60 days, what will happen?
Building starts. You'll be billed automatically. God.
I mean, is it getting price or
Yes,
anything?
bill means price. Yeah.
Okay. Is we have to give credential to them?
Yes, it will ask you for credentials after 50 days.
After 50 days. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, initially we need not provide, but after 50 days, yes, we have to.
So our next class is on Thursday. Yeah?
You're right, exactly. We are actually starting the sessions from Thursday. Yes, you're right.
Okay. So not related to today's session, but for the AD sessions, can you just send me the phase 3 and phase 4 solutions, please?
Sure, madam. I'm doing it right. Sure.
Yeah, thank
You're
you.
into data engineering project you're talking about, right? Is it?
Yes, yes. Because I've completed all the pages, so I just want to check with the solutions.
Sure. Yeah, I'll send it right now. Sure.
Yeah,
I'm doing
thank you.
Yep. Others, any questions, please? Madam, I'm sending you the solutions and a video also, okay? Solution video as well. Sonal, please go through them. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. And I have worked out with the that SQL Server record creation, the user creation, and it has worked. So thank you very much.
Fine, madam. Fine. Thanks for the update. Yep. Email sent. Please check it. Thank you, friends. Have a nice time. Thank you. Please, let's make sure we do the things carefully on time. From Thursday, we are going to start the classes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, friends. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. Thank you so much.